Welcome to Dutch Horizons, a channel where you'll discover the remarkable story of how the Netherlands, through daring innovation, shaped the course of world history. Here, we journey through centuries of ambition, invention, and global exchange. If these tales of exploration and discovery inspire you, please like and subscribe to support future stories of vision and adventure told from the heart of the Dutch Golden Age. In this episode, we embark on a cinematic journey into the Dutch Golden Age, tracing how a small nation rose to dominate global trade and finance. We'll uncover the origins of the VOC, the opening of distant sea routes, and the spark of innovation that lit up Amsterdam's markets. Join us in exploring how the Netherlands changed the modern world, one bold voyage at a time. Chapter 1. Setting Sail, 1600–1602. At the dawn of the 17th century, Europe was a land of restless ambition and opportunity. The Dutch, looking beyond their borders, saw the promise of distant worlds rich with spices and possibilities. Driven by necessity and fueled by innovation, they turned to the sea in search of new trade routes, setting in motion a wave of exploration and enterprise never seen before. Amid fierce competition and uncertain waters, bold Dutch merchants charted courses through uncharted seas. Their determination led to a defining moment, the founding of the Dutch East India Company in 1602. With it, a new era was launched. The VOC's ships, armed with hope and ambition, carried their nation's dreams to the farthest horizons, forging a legacy that would change the world and setting the stage for the age of global commerce. Chapter 2. Amsterdam, the world's marketplace. In the early 17th century, Amsterdam transformed from a quiet port into Europe's most vibrant commercial hub. The city's picturesque canals soon echoed with the calls of merchants, the clatter of carts and the flutter of coins. Here, innovation met opportunity, turning Amsterdam into a stage where goods from Asia, the Americas and Africa changed hands in spectacular markets. Every sunrise brought new ships to Amsterdam's harbours, their holds packed with spices, silks, sugar and silver. The city's bustling docks became a crossroads where traders spoke in many tongues, and market stalls overflowed with riches from faraway lands. Amsterdam's open markets and transparent trading practices fostered trust, attracting merchants not just from the Netherlands but from across the continent, eager to share in its prosperity. Key innovations emerged in this thriving marketplace. Amsterdam's warehouses revolutionized storage and logistics, allowing goods to be safely kept and traded over time. The city's early adoption of share trading and reliable currency exchange set a new global standard for business, making commerce more efficient than ever before. These advances enabled trade to flourish on an unprecedented scale, connecting distant peoples and economies. For the Dutch people, Amsterdam's rise as a world marketplace was a source of pride and opportunity. But its influence reached far beyond the Netherlands. The city's markets and ports formed the very arteries of European commerce, helping raw materials, luxury items and bold new ideas flow freely. In this city of merchants and maps, the heart of the Dutch Golden Age beat stronger with every transaction. Chapter 3. The Spice Trade. In the pursuit of fortune and flavour, Dutch ships ventured ever eastward. Spices such as nutmeg, pepper and cloves were more than simple seasonings. They were treasures worth risking lives and fortunes. As demand for these exotic goods soared across Europe, fierce competition erupted on distant shores. The story of the spice trade became a struggle for control, blending adventure with ambition on a truly global scale. The Dutch did not merely participate in the spice trade, they sought to dominate it. By pushing into the Indonesian archipelago, they established outposts on islands famed for their precious spices. This expansion was not without challenge or conflict. Yet, with every new foothold, the Dutch tightened their grip on nutmeg, cloves and pepper, striving to build a monopoly that echoed across continents and shifted the balance of global power. Spices profoundly changed European lifestyles. Once rare and costly, pepper, nutmeg and cloves were now symbols of wealth and refinement. These coveted flavours transformed simple meals into luxury experiences and fueled a flourishing market. Behind every pinch of spice lay stories of perilous journeys in distant lands, weaving the world together through trade. The demand for these goods shaped economies and even influenced cultural traditions across Europe. The rise of monopolies like the Dutch East India Company redefined global supply routes. Powerful fleets patrolled sea lanes, guarding cargoes bound for bustling Amsterdam markets. Control of spices brought staggering wealth to Dutch merchants and introduced new patterns of commerce. As ships sailed back and forth, new networks emerged that spanned continents. The enduring allure of these spices left a mark on history forever, linking distant lands through ambition, enterprise and adventure. Chapter 4. Innovation on the Seas. At the heart of Dutch maritime success was relentless innovation. The 17th century saw shipyards humming with activity, where new types of vessels took shape sturdy, swift, and able to weather the world's oceans. Dutch engineers experimented tirelessly, refining hull shapes and sail designs, always seeking to outpace their rivals and seize new trading opportunities wherever the winds would carry them. Detailed navigation instruments became essential companions on these bold journeys. Dutch artisans constructed precise compasses, astrolabes and cross staffs, allowing captains to determine their course with growing accuracy. These tools unlocked the potential of longer voyages and riskier routes, empowering ships to reach distant ports across the globe, while avoiding treacherous reefs and uncharted shallows lurking in the unknown. The creation of detailed sea charts transformed exploration. Map makers in Dutch cities pored over travellers' notes and returning sailors' recollections, charting coastlines and hazards into parchment maps. These charts became priceless assets on every voyage, reducing uncertainty, guiding fleets safely, and reinforcing the Dutch reputation for mastery over the unpredictable, ever-shifting nature of the open ocean. Together, ship design, navigation technologies, and superior cartography set the Dutch apart as true pioneers on the world's waves. Their ability to innovate rapidly helped the Netherlands adapt to changing trade winds and fierce competition. This spirit of practical creativity did more than win profits. It has made the Dutch the unrivaled navigators of the Golden Age, steering history toward new and distant shores. Chapter 5. The Birth of Modern Finance, 1609. In the heart of Amsterdam, 1609 marked a turning point that would forever change the flow of money and trade across the globe. The Dutch, known for their inventive spirit, introduced the world's first true central bank. This institution, called the Bank of Amsterdam, promised stability and trust for merchants and traders in a rapidly expanding market. Here, for the first time, coins could be securely deposited, creating a common standard that everyone could trust. No longer would traders face uncertainty over the value of money as they crisscrossed Europe's trade routes. With one reliable bank at the city's centre, commerce blossomed. This new system allowed Amsterdam to become a sanctuary for international traders and a magnet for wealth. Alongside the central bank, Amsterdam launched another world-changing innovation, the stock exchange. Instead of relying on risky ventures or secret deals, traders could now buy and sell shares in a public market. This transparency energized trading, turning Amsterdam's exchange into a key hub for everything from spices to company stocks. Finance, once elusive, became accessible for all. By shaping these financial breakthroughs, Amsterdam set the blueprint for modern economies. The trust built by the central bank and the efficiency of a public stock exchange fostered unprecedented growth. Trade continued its rapid expansion and global connections deepened. From this city's innovation, the model for finance we know today was born, fueling centuries of progress and ideas that shaped the world. Chapter 6. Impact on Culture and Society. With newfound wealth flowing through bustling canals, Dutch society flourished in remarkable ways. Studios filled with the glow of creativity, while laboratories sparked with discovery and lively urban scenes blossomed in every market square. The Golden Age became more than economic triumph. It wove commerce with artistic and scientific achievements, laying the groundwork for a cultural renaissance that shaped not just a nation, but left a global imprint. Artisans painted scenes of daily life, capturing the vibrancy of cities alive with trade and innovation. Merchants walked through art-filled halls, their prosperity fueling commissions that elevated local talent to fame. In these gentle candlelit studios, the blending of worldly goods and artistic vision created masterpieces that reflected both curiosity and confidence. This environment inspired a new wave of painting and craftsmanship, unique to the era's prosperous spirit. Science, too, soared alongside commerce. Laboratories and scholarly societies flourished, energized by ideas exchanged from distant shores. Dutch curiosity reached into the mysteries of nature and the universe, giving rise to new discoveries in astronomy, medicine, and engineering. The inventive atmosphere united artists and scholars, building a world where knowledge moved as freely as ships on the open sea, setting the Netherlands at the heart of modern progress. Urban life itself was transformed. Market squares became vibrant meeting grounds, echoing with the sounds of vendors, musicians, and laughter. Tall townhouses and graceful canals reflected prosperity and ambition, shaping a cityscape designed for both commerce and leisure. The intertwining of trade, art, and science created a society buzzing with exchange and inspiration, a legacy of the Golden Age that continued to ripple through centuries. Chapter 7. Legacy of Trade. As the sun set on the Dutch Golden Age, its ripples continued to travel across centuries. The innovations and ideas born in those vibrant harbours and counting houses helped spark new forms of connection between nations. This chapter reflects on the lasting influence of those bold pursuits, examining how a small nation's quest for trade planted seeds that would flourish throughout the world. In every corner of the globe, echoes of the Dutch Golden Age can still be found. The way people buy and sell, the flow of goods and ideas across distant shores, these patterns began to emerge in earnest during this era. By unlocking new markets and nurturing global vision, the Dutch did more than gather wealth. They laid foundations for today's interconnected world, where borders fade and cultures intertwine. The legacy of Dutch trade is felt not just in markets and finance, but also in the fruits of shared culture and innovation. Modern banking systems trace their roots to Amsterdam's breakthroughs. Words, foods, and customs travelled with the ships, mingling across continents. The spirit of curiosity and openness carried by the Dutch helped spark exchange and adaptation that still shape daily life and commerce across the globe. As we look back, we see how the Dutch Golden Age showed what a determined nation could achieve. Their story is a reminder of the enduring potential held within innovation, curiosity, and an open mind. The small country that once ruled the seas left behind something greater than golden interconnected world, inspired by dreams of progress and discovery. The legacy of that age continues to guide and connect us all today.